Hello everyone and welcome to Hybrid Budgets. This is my cash stuffing for week 4, and how is everybody doing? How is everyone doing in the heat, should I say, because I am hot. I think I've got a few American subscribers, but in the UK right now it is hot, and I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit and stuff, but in degrees it's like 28 degrees, and like maybe, I think at some points, like it's definitely like standard 24, but I am sweating, and my partner does not do well in heat, so he's like bumbling around the place like and yeah, and I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like it's a different heat in the UK. And yeah, we like don't have aircon or anything, like we have fans, so like we're fanning ourselves, and like to be fair, I sleep like bundled up in loads of duvets and stuff, and so I'm sleeping okay, but like my partner's got the fan blasting on, and that's the only reason I'm like, oh okay, I can put my duvet on. But yeah, I think tonight's definitely going to be a hot one. Anyway, I'm going to stop whittering on about being boiling. How is everyone else doing? Can we believe it's at the end of June? I cannot. This is a little bit insane. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the cash stuffing. I've got a few updates as well. I don't know if I've got a holiday update, but I'll probably do it in my close down, to be honest with you, because it's a bit confusing what I've done. But anyway, let's get to the monies. So we have for week 4, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 165, 170, 175, 180, 185, 190, 195, 200, 205, 10, 15, 20, 25. So £225 to cash stuff this week, which is really good. It's been a bit of a squeaky bum month, to be honest. Like, I'm quite glad of that £70 we used for birthdays, and I nearly had a right mare with birthdays. I'll explain it when I get to it. So yeah, I'm being quite glad of everything, just because, you know, and just a lot more comes out than you expect. Obviously none of it's in this what I stuff, because I only stuff my long-term sinkings funds, but on all like my other accounts have definitely taken a beating, but obviously I'll go through it in my breakdowns. Anyway, let's get into it. So home I budget £10 for, and with home I play the Easter Hot Challenge. This is from Essex Cash Stuffing, and currently in home we have £25 gift card and 50, 75, 85, 95, 100. In fact, I might even change that. 20, 30, yeah, 100. Excuse me, I'll just condense that now. If I've got 100, 100. Perfect. And then we roll the dice. 6, 1 or 6, so that's £5 going in. So that is £105 in that one. So I think at some point I'm going to combine my home maintenance and my home, purely because I think after I get these challenges done, purely because home, like this home was going to be about like all soft furnishing type things, and then home maintenance was going to be all like the hardcore stuff. But as it happens, they sort of like merge into one anyway. So yeah, I might end up just keeping those two together. Then we've got home maintenance. So I budget £15 for this one. And then we roll the dice. Let's see what we've got in it to begin with. So this is Rainbow Roller Races from Rainbow Budgets, and this is the deluxe one, so it's got the higher denominations. So currently I've got 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20. So 120 in this one. And then I roll this dice. Ooh, and that's purple, and it's 15, so the full 15 goes in this one this week, which is good. Sorry, I don't have all the colourful pens, so I colour that one in black. So that's good. Full, sorry, that one, 15 goes in. Let's see if I can condense this one a little bit. So 20, 30, 40, 50. Let's get 50. And then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So let me swap it out then. 20. There we go. So we've got £135 in home, which is really good. So we are saving up to do up our spare bedroom. I do need to take some money out of it at some point because I bought some I bought these like shells on TikTok shop, but they are like hanging shells. I can't really describe them, and some fake plants because we've got like a really dodgy corner with where we painted, and it just will hide that quite nicely. So yeah, I need to sort that out for the now July cash stuffing. But yeah, so let's get into this with holiday. So sorry, that one had £5, this one had 15. Holiday, where are we up to? We have 250, 60, 70, 80, 95, and then we're going to put another £10 in holiday this month. That is £40 in total we've put in this month, which is really good. Again, let's see if I can condense anything. You know what, I'm going to leave that as it is because I don't know if I've got any 20s out. No. So we have 250, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, no, ignore me. We have £50, so I'm going to just condense that one, so just 1 second. There we go. So we now have £305 in holiday. So this will go towards, I think, our spending money for our mini moon. So my partner has just booked our mini moon. We're going to Cos after our wedding, just for 4 nights because he's a teacher, so we can only go in the October half term. And yeah, he's booked that. So I'll explain all that in my like budget breakdown of how we're like managing that and everything. But that's where we're up to on holiday. So doing really well. Debt is going to get £20 this week. So in debt we have 20, 40, 60, £70 extra over debt this month. So I'm going to take this out because this is basically going to go to pay off my Tesco credit card. So I'm going to donate this in blue. £20, there we go. And we are so very close to getting this one completed. So this will definitely get done next month, which is good. There we go with debt, and then let me just cross that one off. Emergency fund we are doing this week. So for emergency fund, I budget 20. So 10 and 2 5s. And I need my emergency fund dice, which is this 4-sided makeshift dice I made. So it varies from 5, 10, 15 or 20. So just roll the dice. And it's £5 we're putting into extra over emergency fund this week. So take that £5, put that in, and that can all get reallocated. So currently in emergency fund we have extra over emergency fund we have 250, 60, £70. So this works as basically extra over. So every month I put in £50 into my emergency fund anyway, so this is just an additional bit of money that's going in. So I keep this separate in a separate Monzo account. Get the flip around. We are skipping health this week. And then let's move on to odds and evens. So odds and evens, I budget £10. I roll the dice. 4, which is an even, so it means we're stuffing the full 10, and then I need, oh, where's it gone? 4-sided dice, which tells me which category it goes in, which was 1. So £10 going into extra over credit card. So these I will unstuff at the end of the year, and it will just help to go towards these items. So let me just try and find extra over credit card. There we go. So the full £10 is going into this one. So yeah, I'm excited to see how much we've got in each category at the end of the year. Right, Christmas. So this is where I bring in the Happy Mail. You can probably all guess what this is and who it's from. I have opened it already. So this is from Rainbow Budgets and Plans. So this is from her, I don't know what she calls it, like a Christmas collection or a Jingle Bell collection. So I got a bit excited about Christmas, I won't lie guys. So let's have a look at what I've got. So it comes with her little Etsy thing. Oh my god, I'm making a hash of this, guys. So if you want to follow her on Etsy and obviously on YouTube and stuff. And then it's got a mini savings tracker here, which I might do. So I'm going to put in one of my back pockets. Then we have 3 of the challenges all linked to Christmas. So the first one is Jingle All the Way, and this works by allocating an amount to each bell, and then you pick the bells from this little bag here. So in this bag it has all the colours of the bells. So you pick out a bell, and whatever bell you get you can colour in, and you save that amount basically. So I need to work out how much I want to allocate for each bell. I've done this now I won't be able to get them all back in. There we go. And then if you pick the silver bell, you automatically save 15, but you don't colour it in. So yeah, that'll be a really good one to do. And then I've got Rudolph's Rainbow Nose, because I bloody love a scratch off, so we've got that one as well. And then also Not the Gumdrop button. So again, you allocate an amount per gumdrop. So I could do like 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. And then, yeah, you scratch it off. And apparently there might be more than one gumdrop underneath, so I just need to be careful how much I put in. Otherwise that might be interesting. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is I might do, you know what, I'm going to, yeah, let's do it. Let me stuff Christmas now, and then I'm going to do one of these preemptively, and I'm going to do that every week, so I've just budgeted the right thing for the following week, if that makes sense. Otherwise I might be in a situation where I like pull out 50 or I don't know, God knows what, and then I'm, you know, scratching my head a little bit. So I'm going to put this to one side for the minute. This will go in here because I can use that later. So let's do the normal Christmas stuff, cash stuffing this week, because we've obviously not planned for that. So in Christmas currently we have 450, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 520. And then Christmas this week is going to get £20. So put £20 into Christmas, so that is 450, £540. Don't know why the math on that was so hard. So £20. So what I think I'm going to do is whatever I still get on these, I'm still going to track it on this tracker here, which will be useful. So yeah, it's different. Like basically, I love doing challenges, but then it's quite difficult because like they sometimes, like if you want a certain amount at a certain date, they're not great. But also I'm like, but the Christmas challenges are so cute. So anyway, let's do this now. Ready for next week. So I'm gonna just be really boring and do 5, 10, 15. Shall I do 20, 25, 30? Or am I actually going to regret this? We'll see. And then this one, I'm just going to be safe and do 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. Bro. Ooh. Right, so, because I think what I'll do is I can't remember how many weeks there are till Christmas. I'm sure it's like 30 weeks now, and there's 25 of these, so I feel like I could do one of these a week, and then depending if I get like a 5 or a 10, or even a 15, I suppose, I can maybe do then the scratch off, and then work through this one, and then work through this one, and then at that point I can probably do like 1 or 2 of these maybe. We'll see. I've really not thought this through, as you can probably tell. Right, let's go. Where have I put my bells? Bells, bells, bells. Right. So, oh, in fact, I'm going to have to do it this way, aren't I? Ooh, we've got gold, or is that yellow? Yellow. Ooh, £10. I don't think that's too bad. So I'm going to make a note to myself to do a 10 for next week. And then, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do the first scratch off. I might regret my decision. So, you know, I'm trying to find a queen. Ah. And £10 next week. Which is very doable. Perfect. Oh, look how cute the Rudolph is. Fab. And then I won't do a gumdrop because that is plenty for next week. Bro, so I might do it like that. Like I said, I've not planned this at all. I just got really giddy and bought the challenges, so what am I like? Anyway, moving on. Electronics. Where are we up to with electronics? We have saved one, so 50, 100, 50, 200 and £10. And then this week it is going to get another £10. So I need to colour in a big star. Let's do purple. Perfect. And then we also have an additional £20 to stuff as well. So I'm going to put that in. So let's do, I can't work out if like these middle ones, whether I put them as small. I think I did. So let's do 2 over here. And then this one here. So yeah, guys, I think I'm definitely going to get this done by the end of 2025. Which is good, otherwise it looks a bit daft doing a 2025 tracker in 2026. Bro. So that is 2025, aka electronics, done. And annuals we did at the beginning of the month, so we're skipping them. And we don't have anything from my partner. Oh, that looks a bit pig massacre. So I'm going to move on to birthdays. So I'm just going to get out this tracker here. Birthdays. Oh, so here lieth the drama. So I, for the boys, because they're away, they're in, where are they now at the minute? They're having a right old mare. So I think they're in Slovenia, and they had like a lovely time, and honestly it looks stunning. And they were like doing water pedaling or paddle boating, is it? Or paddleboard, that's it, paddle boarding. And my brother-in-law sent through like a video of my sister like on the paddleboard getting pushed off, but he used that like awful Titanic music, you know, the one that's like no, not that one, the one that's like and it's like some weird like out of tune Titanic music, and it was so funny because she just looked petrified, bless her. But she was saying it's because her her son, like, so one of the twins was kept on like jumping on her paddleboard and like knocking her in. So at that point she was really like, stay back. But anyway, so they're away travelling at the minute and they're still having a mare because they've lost all their passports. So they're like, so I really don't know what's going on with that. So they're meant to be flying back tonight and they've not got any passports. So I think they're having to order like emergency ones, but they don't know whether they've been stolen or whether they've left them somewhere or God knows what's happened, but they just can't find them. And they're like saying to the kids, like, when's the last time you saw them? And they've like emptied out their car and they've just not got them anywhere. So God knows what they're going to do. I think they're going to get another Airbnb for a couple of nights and then get a different flight back, obviously. But yeah, nightmare. But sorry, that whole waffling was basically me saying that as a result, I sent them money in a card. And I'm always a bit sceptical about doing it, but I was like, oh no, it's so lovely to like, I remember like distinctly as a kid, like open a card and like some of the money would come out, and like my nan especially would do it all in fives to make it feel like it was a lot more. So with the boys, I budget like £30 because I usually spend about that on them anyway, for like their stuff. So I put in 30 and did it in tens because I managed to get out the cash point, and then stuffed the card. And because they're twins, I was like, oh, I'll put both cards in one envelope. Sent it off, and I didn't do signed or tracked, so that's completely my fault. And it didn't arrive, and I was like, for God's sake. And you know, when you like give it, like, I think we give it like 5 days, and we're like, yeah, this card is like not arriving. They'd already flown back at that point, like gone on their next bit of travels. So I was a bit like, oh God. And Fee's like, well, my sister was like, well, don't worry too much. Like, we'll just have them for a sleepover. They'll still love it. It's fine. Like, there's no point in you giving them more money. I said, yeah, no, but it's not their fault it's gone missing. So I was about to transfer my sister money, and then she said, no, genuinely, you guys just do them a sleepover, they'll be happy with that. And we obviously arranged to do a sleepover for them for my sister's birthday. Like, part of her present is that we look after the boys overnight, and then she can go out and have a lovely meal with her partner. So yeah, we decided, okay, fine. But I was like, oh, I'll still buy the boys something when they like come over for a sleepover, and we'll do some fun bits and bobs. Anyway, lo and behold, the bloody card showed up, didn't it? But I said to myself, I was like, I'm never doing that again. I'm always going to put it tracked and signed and everything, because I was like, God, you know, you just don't know, do you? So anyway, I tried to write it in a way that it looked like a business, like, envelope rather than like a, you know, like a handwritten, obviously birthday card envelope. Like, it was a white envelope, and I like printed out the address to try and make it look a bit better, but you just never know. So anyway, disaster over. They've got the card, the money's there, it's all fine, but yeah, never again am I sending it via card. Anyway, where do we get to? General birthdays and events is fully funded, so we've got it's fully funded twice, so we've got 15 there for my cousin's wedding, and then we've got fully funded, which equates to £30 for like general birthdays as well. And I'm probably going to spend this on my best friend. She's about to have a baby. We bought her like a lovely little book, but which is what they wanted for the shower, but I was like, oh, like when she's actually born, we're going to do a bit of a hamper. So that's all ready to go. My sister is fully funded, so she's probably gonna we're gonna have the boys overnight, and then she'll go out and I can transfer her some money for just like the drinks and stuff. Mum has one lot of fully funded for the June box, but I have cancelled this. I'm going to take these out and just leave the fully funded in, and I'm going to discuss with her what she wants to do. I'm thinking Freddie flowers, just so she gets like something every, you know, other month and stuff like that, just because her birthday's on Christmas, so it's a bit of a what do you call it, north of a birthday. So at least then she's got like something throughout the months. My brother is fully funded, but I'm saving up. So I got him just like a basic gift this year of like a card and some drink. But not next year, is it? In 2 years, I think. It's his 40th, so I'm going to keep on just saving up for my brother. And then he wants to buy a signet ring, which is obviously more like £200-300, so I'm just keeping him fully funded. Twin one got paid, twin two got paid, and I'm working on my niece one. So her birthday is at the beginning of August, and then my niece two is at the end of August. So niece one is going to get £10 this week. So I save up £30 for my nieces and nephews. And then it varies what they want to do with them. So the boys are usually, the boys and my niece who live close, I usually get them presents, but my other nieces who live up north, we usually transfer it into their like Vanguard account, just so that's all being saved up. But yeah, I think we're seeing them actually. We're going up seeing them for the wedding because they live up in the northeast. And when we went round, we took her out, bless her, to the Life Museum, I think it is, in Newcastle. She had a great time, so we've got a picture underneath the big globe there. And then we went to the range because I wanted to do some crafty stuff with her, so we got her like a unicorn and bits, and we did some crafty bits and bobs. But she wanted this, like, and I can only describe this as like the sort of like, and again, apologies if anyone has it or has been like coerced into getting this lamp, but it's like this angular plastic monstrosity of like a unicorn light, and that was 30 quid, and she really wanted it. And I said to my brother, I was like, look, if you guys are okay with getting it, like, I'm happy to get that for her for her birthday. But they were both like, what the hell is that? And I was like, I don't know, but she really wants it. Anyway, waffle over. But yeah, bless, that's where we're up to with birthdays. And then finally, moving on to the Wonderland Savings Challenge. So there's not many challenges we've got left in here. I say that, I'm being dramatic, there's quite a few, but you get what I'm saying. So let's go through these. Let's do down the rabbit hole. No, still do I'm late first. So with this one, I roll the dice. In fact, let's see what's in it first. Everything's stuck because it's so hot. Like, these are literally like so, I think they've been in the windowsill, so you know usually they're quite rigid, whereas they're like really sticky plastic today. So in I'm late, we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 80 pounds, and then we'd already stuffed 115 in there, so in total we've got 195. Then we're doing 11, big hand at 11. And then 6, which is 17, so we'll do £20 into that one. So let me get my other pen. Of course you can't find it. Oh, it's going to be messy. So plus 20. So what's that? 200. Oh, I'm just going to count it. No, that won't work because I've got 115, so 195. So that'll be 205. 215 pounds in that one. It's the 20s that let this one down. Then moving on to Queen of Rainbow Hearts. So I usually do this one, roll it twice. So in this one we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5, 75, 80 pounds. Wait, 180 pounds. I was going to say, I was like, that feels small for what we've been stuffing in it. Then I just take a 6-sided dice and roll it. 5 and 6. So that's a blue and a yellow. So that is £30 going into this one today. One, two, three. Which is £210 in Queen of Rainbow Hearts. So put that in. In fact, do I have? I don't think I've got a placeholder for 100. I think I used it earlier. Nope. Let's see if this fits in it. Eek, it might be a little small. What was it? 210. I'm sure I can ram it in. There we go. That's Queen of Rainbow Hearts done. Then let's work on to Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So in Tweedledee and Tweedledum we have £80. I won't get it all out. And then we use this thing. And then I try and attempt to spin it badly. Red. So red saves £10. So now that is £90 in that one. Then let's go on to I'm late for a very important date. So where are we? We're here. 2, 1, 2, so £3, so £5 going in this one, which is, I've literally lost my brain. This is Down the Rabbit Hole. £5 going into this one. In fact, shall I roll that one again? Yeah, because we're running low on challenges, aren't we? 6. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. So another £5 going in there. There we go. Down the Rabbit Hole, so that's plus 10. So we have £95 in Down the Rabbit Hole currently. Then let's move on to Eat Me, Drink Me. Oh, so close to finishing this one. So in Eat Me, Drink Me we have £85. And then I need the little, this one. I can never spin this one FYI, guys. It's like, I feel like that was already on Eat, but anyway. Eat. If you do eat, you save 10. Then Cheshire Cat Smile. We'll put in 5. So we have £80 in here at the minute, and I'm adding another 5. So that's £85. We've done that one, done that one, done that one. Painting the roses red, Queen of Roses. Yeah, so we're on Painting the Roses Red, and it's a massacre. Honestly, this rose bush looks like it's absolutely hacked away at someone. To be fair though, fucking, excuse my French, rose bushes do that. I've been trying to be really good with mine, and every time I go in it I get absolutely mauled, so I'm not, you know, intentionally painting them red, but like, I look a bit like this and when I come out of it. Right, what have we got left? We have 10, 15, 20, 25. I don't think we've got enough to finish it, but we'll see where we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 roses. So let's do 5 of them. Because these are all little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so close. Gonna give this a good waft. I mean, at this point, it really doesn't matter. This envelope has had it, but yeah, it's all right. We've got £25 going in. So what did we have in there anyway? We had 115 plus 25 is 140. Brilliant, and that is it all done, dusted and cashed for this week. So let's work out where we're up to. I don't know where my good pen is. And I say my good pen loosely. Ah, here it is. Brill, so give me a minute and I will top this up. Right, so the scores on the doors are, Excuse me, leaving the liquid on the way. We've now saved £1,260 in the Wonderland in Rainbow Savings Challenge. So that is an amazing amount, so proper chuff with that. Of which we've obviously finished Flamingo Croquet, I'm Late, Mad Hatter, Rainbow Tea Party, super duper close for Painting the Roses Red, and Eat Me, Drink Me. So I think that'll be the next one's gone. But yeah, and Cheshire Cat actually. But yeah, there we go, all done and dusted. So yeah, I think the next time I'll be seeing you guys is on my budget close down. So yeah, I hope you all have a lovely rest of the weekend. I hope you don't get too hot in the sun because it is literally unbearable. And yeah, have a fabulous week and see you soon. Bye.